What is going on, everyone? Badger here. Should have like and sub, and let's get into this. The Marvel Cinematic Universe is in a transitionary period. Let's just say that, where there's a bunch of stuff that was greenlit years ago that has been reshot to hell, and they got to get it out. We're seeing it right now with Agatha. We're going to see it with Thunderbolts and Captain America and Ironheart, and we really won't even see any of the course-corrected stuff until Fantastic Four, Doomsday, whatever that Spider-Man movie is, that the last time we heard about it was going to be Tom Holland and Tom Hardy in an Avengers level threat, and then Doomsday. Now, we got Hugh Jackman, who we're hearing is not going away, and that when we do see the X-Men team in the 2030s at this point in a rebooted MCU, Wolverine will not be part of it because Hugh Jackman will still be playing the character. That was the last thing we heard. And we've also heard that Henry is not done with the character. And I'll tell you what my guess is when we get a little more into this. So this is from a different scooper than the first time we heard this story, though. Obviously, if you haven't seen Deadpool and Wolverine, he was one of the fan casts for the longest time to be a Wolverine character. And then they made him a variant. He shows up and you can't hear the audio because just so I don't want to trigger the thing, but you get the idea. He showed up now that's been digitally. He looks great as the character. And he does the fist popping thing that Cavill is known for, and makes a joke against DC. And this really got everyone wanting him. And so, yeah, one of the best parts, one of the loudest pops in the theater. And so, Scooper, my time to shine. Hello. Is saying that Henry is not done with the MCU, and he makes those googly eyes. We'd heard this before. This apparently is good. They're going to mention it here that this leads credence to the previous rumor from Matt McGloin at Cosmic Book News, saying that he was going to be playing the character. Now, he was saying full-time, that he was in talks to play it full-time. Henry Cavill might actually be in talks to play the MCU's Wolverine. I hear similar to what he wanted for a return as Superman. He is asking for a lot of money to play Wolverine. And we know that they are spending a lot of money on, obviously, Robert Downey Jr. and God knows who else they're getting. Last time Kevin Feige talked about it, he mentioned for sure there will eventually be another actor to play Wolverine. I think it will be done in a very different style and in a very different way. I also think that if somebody were to attempt to do a Hugh Jackman as Wolverine impression, that would be a pretty big mistake. But also, I mean, a Wolverine impression is a Wolverine impression. That's going to include some of the same stances and growling in lines. But yeah, with a slightly different interpretations. Again, saying they don't have any immediate plans. But one thing we know for sure is that in Doomsday, there are supposed to be variants. They're supposed to have anchor beings there fighting. And in Secret Wars, there will definitely be variants of all the characters, including Wolverines. So I do not think it is out of the realm of possibility that we will be seeing multiple Spider-Men, Toby, Andrew, etc., multiple Wolverines, Henry, Hugh, etc., multiple Tony Starks. Tom Cruise cameo is almost all but confirmed for one of those movies. Obviously, RDJ is not just going to be playing Doom. He's going to come back as a variant. And yes, this just addresses if you were going to be one of the people to say, but Henry's too busy to be Wolverine. He's got the Warhammer Project and Highlander. It's like, well, you're right on Highlander, but that's a movie. Him and Chad Stahelski, who from the John Wick movies, but that's going to come out. That'll come out far before any of these movies are actually going to start filming. And you go, what about the Warhammer? So, well, what about it? They have a deal up until December, and I believe Archcast and others have pointed out that got extended into January. But you hear Arch here talking about that they seem very happy to let this wither and die on the vine. That no actual. No writers have been cast, no producers have been cast, no lots have been booked, no actual story for them to go forward with has been greenlit. And that is because it seems that Games Workshop has realized that Amazon has shooting requirements from underrepresented groups that are incompatible with the type of stories and characters and ideologies that you get from a grim dark world like Warhammer. And Amazon has realized that Games Workshop is not going to be able to deliver upon their request because the female custodies, so they could get women in power armor, was the best they could do without having a full-on fan revolt. And that's not enough. Certainly not for Jennifer Salke and other Amazon investors. And Henry, who's had this series in his mind since he was 8, it ain't enough to get him to go along with it. So it seems like it's just going to go away, and maybe it'll come back at a future date when Games Workshop is more amenable and they don't have Henry Cavill there saying, no, that's not canon, which leaves Henry, when he's done with Highlander, very, very open to playing a Wolverine variant. If not in 1 or 2 movies with like a No Way Home type booted up character, certainly if they're going to give him money, it's going to be more than just a cameo. It's going to be an actual role. And then, yeah, jokes aside, Hugh Jackman will probably do this for some time, but is there room for both? I don't know. You let me know what you think. Either way, make sure to like, share, and sub. If you have done that, thank you. If you're going to do that, thank you.
Well, bye.